Joining us on stage, Grace Jin Drexel. Ms. Jin Drexel is the daughter of imprisoned Chinese pastor Ezra Jin. Since his arrest, she has devoted herself to advocating for his freedom.
Wow, what a stage. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you, IRF Summit, for giving me the opportunity to tell you my story. My name is Grace Jin Drexel, and on October 10th, my father, Pastor Ezra Jin, was arrested by the Chinese authority along with 27 other pastors and church leaders from Zion Church. 18 total remain in prison today. This crackdown represents one of the largest takedown of an independent Christian congregation in China since the Cultural Revolution, a sweep so brazen it has drawn international condemnation, including from Secretary of State Marco Rubio. To understand why my father is in prison, you must understand that China, under Chairman Xi Jinping, has embarked on a systematic campaign to achieve total state control over religious life through what the government calls Sinicization of religion, officially framed as making the religion more Chinese. Let me be clear, Sinicization is not about making religion more Chinese. It is repression, plain and simple. Christians in China has been Chinese for generations. We have used Chinese Bibles, sing indigenous hymns, and we develop our own theological tradition. But beginning in 2018, a wave of persecution and crackdown on all religious life began under the auspices of Sinicization. It included removing crosses and replacing them with portraits of Xi Jinping, replacing hymns with revolutionary party songs, rewriting sermons to align with socialist core values, installing facial recognition cameras inside the sanctuary, and shutting down or even leveling churches. This crackdown also targeted Muslims, especially Uyghurs in Western China, Buddhist, Taoist, and other religious groups. In 2018, Zion Church became a target specifically because the church leadership refused the government's demand to install 23 facial recognition cameras inside its sanctuary. In response, the government brutally seized the church buildings and imposed an exit ban on my father, forbidding him from leaving the country. Yet even repression cannot extinguish faith. My father and his congregation did not give up in the face of these actions. They developed a hybrid online-offline model. And beyond anyone's wildest imagination, when COVID hit in 2020 and all gatherings were forced to a halt, Zion Church's online model allowed church gatherings to explode and expand nationwide, launching 100 new church meeting spaces across 40 cities all across China. The church grew to its largest size ever, often attracting 10,000 individuals daily. Now, a new and more severe persecution is underway. The church leadership arrested in recent months are not arrested and punished because they are political, but because they seek to worship freely. We hear reports that they are made to sleep on mats on the floor in the cold, and they are subject to sleep deprivation and endless interrogation as punishment. Many of them, including my father, have severe health concerns and grow worse under harsh prison conditions. I have not seen my beloved father in person in 7 years. He was not there at my wedding to walk me down the aisle, and he has never met his grandchildren. And though I hold on to hope, I know the grim reality that many prisoners of the Chinese government will never see their families again. Since I began advocating for my father and the release of other detained church leaders, my family has also experienced transnational repression. and that we have been targeted by the Chinese government abroad. We have received threatening phone calls, and I have been watched and followed in Washington, D.C. I am sometimes fearful. After all, I'm seeking to expose and hold account the second most powerful nation in the world. Yet as a Christian, I believe that we are asked to take courage and to speak truth, and that the God who created heaven and earth will stand by our side. Similarly, I urge all of you here today to take courage, to use your voice and influence in whatever sphere to speak the name of my father, Pastor Ezra Jin, and many other church leaders who have been unjustly imprisoned. Call for the Chinese government to release all Zion Church members immediately and unconditionally, along with other religious prisoners of conscience. Do not accept China's trampling of universal human rights with silence. If left unchecked, Beijing's wave of repression will reverberate around the world. As a Christian, I also believe in miracles. I draw strength in knowing that my God is a good God, and that even these bleakest moments might be used to serve a greater purpose. Our prayers are not in vain. As my dad wrote in a letter from prison, God has indeed used his power to uphold us. I believe that God is also testing us during this time, like refining silver, painful but full of love. God will not abandon us. Thank you.